Good evening, everyone. You're welcome to our live webinar series. And today we're going to be having a very exciting section with some of our teachers because last week we celebrated World Teachers Day. And this week, precisely on the 11th, we celebrated World Mental Health Day. And these teachers are teachers that we have trained on mental health and psychosocial support. World Mental Health Day is on the 10th, and International Day of the Girl Child was 11th. So we're welcoming some of our teachers now who will be joining us live to talk about Teachers Day and also commemoration of Mental Health Day, and also the International Day of the Girl Child. So we have 3 in 1. That's why we are so excited this evening. And so we are welcoming all viewers who are online. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Tell us where you're watching from. Tell us how you're joining us. Share, share, share. Invite everyone to join us. Aha, welcome to our teachers. Can you see them? Welcome, welcome, welcome. They will introduce themselves.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening. Good to have you live with us at Genius Hub. These are wonderful teachers.
Thank you,
Visibility of
ma'am.
Focus has followed all our activities, liking our page and sharing our page. You are welcome all the way from Ekperi. Can
Thank
you
you,
hear
ma'am.
us?
Yeah, welcome.
Tell us
We
your
can
name
hear
and
you, ma'am.
How is everything, ma?
Oh, I can hear you all the way from Ekperi. Thank you for joining us. Welcome. We have the other
You're
teachers we are
welcome.
waiting for from Holy
You're
Trinity,
welcome.
Ozra, and from Ubiaja. And something is joining us from Benin in Edo South.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Good evening, ma'am. I'm Mrs. Thompson from Focus
Okay,
Christian College, Aduwawa,
okay,
Benin City.
okay. You're welcome.
Thank you, ma'am.
So can you introduce
Uh, good,
yourself, teacher?
good evening, ma.
Good
I am
evening.
Mr. M.A. Obuano from Ekperi Grammar School, Ubepa Ekperi, Isako Central Local Government area of Edo
Wow.
State.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. Welcome.
Welcome,
Thank you for
sir.
joining us. And so we said
It's
we
my
are going
pleasure.
to have like a 3-in-1 session today. Last week was the Teachers' Day, 5th of October. Then 10th of October, we celebrated World Mental Health Day. You remember our training was on MHPSS, Mental Health and Psychosocial Support Training. And very
Yeah.
closely to that, we also had the International Day of the Girl Child
Yes,
on the
child.
11th. So, and the theme of this year is Digital Generation, Our Generation. And that is why we are doing this digitally now. We are going live. Wherever you are joining us from in the world, you can see us. And so we welcome our teachers once more.
Thank
CEO
you,
of Genius
ma'am.
Hub. Genius Hub is a human capital development organization. We are very big on impact. We have our different service divisions, which one of them is having school clubs in secondary schools. And by extension, we have trained some of these teachers that you are seeing live here with us today on mental health and psychosocial support. And so they are joining us so that, first of all, we're going to celebrate them as teachers. we want to tell them that they have chosen a new profession. You know, gone are those days when they say teacher's reward is in heaven. Your reward is right here now.
Yes,
And
so
we appreciate you. And without teachers, we will not have the great men and women that we have
at
today.
all.
We value you. We value your work. We value the impact you make in life. So first and foremost, we are celebrating you as teachers and the contributions you bring to the society. Then we will also talk about mental health and talk about the Day of the Girl, International Day of the Girl Child.
Dear child.
So you're welcome. So beginning from Mrs.
Thank you,
Sanko,
man. Thank you.
as a teacher, how did you celebrate the Teachers' Day?
All right, ma. Thank you for the opportunity. With us this way, we celebrated the Teachers' Day in our own little way. We gifted the teachers food, and the learners also appreciated them in learning and wish them all well. That when they grow up, they will wish to be like them. So, and they were all happy being a teacher. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I remember calling you all the way from Ekperi that day. How did you celebrate Teachers' Day?
My was my student made a memorable one for me by appreciating what we are doing, by probably some of them uh gifts, buying gifts, and appreciating us, some of them verbally, some of them even put them in writing. In a little way, that is how everything went, we appreciate God for that.
Okay. So being a teacher is not just a profession. In my words, I think being a teacher is more than being a profession, it is a calling. So being a
Yes.
Yeah.
teacher is very strategic. You impact young lives and you are part of nation building. How do you see your contribution as teachers?
I'm like Emi Ogwano, as I will say, believe you me, being a teacher is something extraordinary. One of the things that really made my day on Teachers' Day was a student posting me in his Facebook account, tagging me, and was telling the whole world how I helped him actualize his dream, how everybody was almost, including his parents, gave up on him. And through my teaching, encouragement, counseling, especially after we went for the training, the junior health training, believe me, the students on Teachers' Day posted that he is who he is today, and all kudos due to me. And I was so like, wow, even more than millions, for you to help somebody to realize his potentials, harness his potential, and be somebody, and be a dream big, that's being somebody he wants to be in life. So that is exactly how that student made my day as a teacher, and I will look into that write up anytime. I will look into that write up. That write up is worth more than million, and I'm fulfilled anytime I'm going through that write up, man.
Thank you so much. And you said he dropped it on Facebook. You know, we said
Okay.
that the theme for this year's International Day of the Girl Child was generation, digital
Digital.
generation, generation. And so from wherever the student was, you were able to read what he was able to pen down to you. Not only you, but every other person from every part of the world will be able to read it, and everybody can always follow it up, and we can go and verify from your Facebook
Mm-hmm.
account that
Mm-hmm.
was actually there. Thank you so much
Yes.
for that contribution. And you have said that it is rewarding knowing that you touch lives and you also impact lives. That made your day, and in your words, you said it's worth more than millions. And that is what Genius Hub is about, creating impact and reaching out to people everywhere. And so, Mr. Thompson,
Yes, ma'am.
it looks like you are still in school. Your students are still in school.
Yes.
I
We
can
have
see
extra
here some of
lesson.
them. Is it after school lesson?
Yes, after school lesson.
Okay. So, what are some of the very rewarding times that you have
Yes.
had as a teacher?
Okay. The rewarding time is like I go out, especially the day I went for checkup in the hospital. I was happy the doctor that attended to me was my student, and it
Wow.
was wow. And when he saw me, he was like, see my mommy, see my mommy. I was like feeling large. That yes, this is my product. You know what it is when you see children that you have taught turning out to become big men in the society. You feel like
Wow. That's a
on
experience.
top. Yeah, so that was my biggest experience, an enjoyable one. And while in that hospital for the few days I spent, I was being carried as if I'm the owner of the hospital. So I am really proud being a teacher. I'm proud. So that was my real experience, and it was enjoyable one. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Wonderful experience, and I know there are more from where that came from. And so, being a
Yes, ma'am.
teacher is very rewarding, not just in a monetary sense, but in a sense of fulfillment. So, we are
Yes.
bringing in now our Chief Innovation Officer, Mr. Chimene, who is coming into the studio now to greet us and to tell us what she has for this wonderful day of celebration where we are talking about Teachers Day and we're also talking about mental health and psychosocial support and International Day of the Girl Child. So, very quickly, while we wait for her to come, we want to talk about the training we received in collaboration with IOM, the training on mental health and psychosocial support. The mental health is about creating a balance. For this year, one of my favorite things for mental health this year is mental health is about creating a balance. It is
Creating
not a
balance.
pendulum. It is about creating a balance. So, as teachers, how do you take care of your mental health? You are at the forefront of impacting lives. You have to look after yourself. Yesterday, something happened. I saw in Uromida houses a priest died, and a medical doctor said something to me. He said he has come to discover that doctors and priests, people who look after others, neglect themselves. And so I want to talk about us now, how we look after ourselves. What is it that we do to unwind and to take care of our mental health? Being a teacher is not all about working. How do you relax? So who wants to go first? What do you do to relax?
Okay, let me come in. Thank you
Okay.
so much, Ma, for the opportunity. Firstly, as a teacher, because the children see us or the students see us as a mentor. Firstly, as a teacher, you need to be mentally balanced, like you exercise. Though our work is more of exercise, you ensure take good care of yourself by medically going for checkup maybe once in a while, then taking proper diet, taking of fruits, then exercise yourself and have a proper rest. Like I will soon be rounding up. As soon as I round up, the next thing I do is pull the house in order, then straight to bed and relax my head before going through another exercise for the next day, which is my class activity. I need to rest my brain in terms of even not to sleep, but just relax yourself on your bed, then exercise yourself, taking balanced diet, and go for checkup medically to balance the health. Thank you, ma.
Wonderful. That is very, very, very nice. So what about other activities? Like what do you do to relax? Do you go out,
Okay.
have a drink,
I
visit
sometimes,
friends?
yes, sometimes I go out and just like my husband will always say, let's just go and ease the tension. So during the weekend, we can just decide to go out. Sometimes we even switch off our phones because even the call that comes in is another stress. So we just switched off because my husband is also a teacher. Just switched off our phones, go for maybe picnic or something, just relax for this weekend. Then by Sunday evening, we're coming back home. And by the time we are coming, we'll come in refresh, go for gym, do exercise, and it's usually okay for the body.
Thank you very much. So you want to chip
Welcome. Ma.
in something there? On mute. On mute. You are muted.
Okay, sorry. You can hear me now, right? Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you now.
We can hear you,
As
sir.
she said, as she said, being a teacher or teaching is a very tasky job. It's so demanding that one, as you said, need to as well take care of his mental health. But like me, normally sometimes I will park the car, I will be trekking, or sometimes I will even park the car, I will use the sport bicycle to exercise around the community. Also, during weekend, I will join my friends to watch football and argue and argue and argue ball of all these things. So by on Monday, somebody look fresh, look more heavy, ready to go again. And as well, if something is not going well, if the body is not responding, you go for medical checkup. So this is how I take care of my own self. Yeah.
Okay. I like that part you said you take a bicycle, you drop your car, you take the bicycle, and you ride around the community. Then you visit
Yeah.
friends and you argue, you talk, and you are free. Then by
We talk on
Monday, you are
football.
energized.
Yes.
Mrs. Thompson, can you mute your mic? That's better. Okay, both of you. Okay. Okay, so these are some of the ways we keep a balance with our mental health. There's the ABC of mental health. A stands for awareness, just like what we are doing now, talking about it and calling on all people. Can you mute your mic? This is something. Can you mute your mic? Okay, I think it's better. Now, can we just mute our mic so that we can hear? Just
I've
like we
done
are
that
raising
now.
awareness about mental health, especially for teachers, for all those who look after young ones, all those who look after other people, medical doctors, pastors, all who are in the business, CEOs, and all who do their own businesses, especially those who are in the care of looking after other people. There is the danger of neglecting your own health. So we have to be intentional about it. So this is a shout out to all of us that mental health is very important. So that is about raising awareness. Because this year's theme was mental health is a universal human right. It is your right to look after yourself. A healthy body will be more productive. The B is to look for a balance. Like I said earlier, mental health is not a pendulum. We know what pendulum does. A pendulum is like yo-yo. You doing yo-yo, 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 yo-yo. Today you are up, tomorrow you are down. No, mental health is all about creating a balance. A balance between your family life, your work life, and everything around you. And the C is for making connections. Connect, know when you are weak, know when you should lean on someone, and know when to take a break, know when to bow out, know when to go for checkup, like we have said. So at this point, we want to welcome the Chief Innovation Officer of Genius Hub, Isi Meme White. She's here with us. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Can you just give her a wave?
Yeah, hi
Welcome, ma.
everyone.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much. We will quickly just talk a little around International Day of the Girl Child. That actually is a day set aside by United Nations that every October 11th is being celebrated. So for this year's theme is digital generation, our generation. And if you look at the theme for this year is an intentional theme that focus on digital inclusiveness, digital inclusion, how can we carry everyone along without leaving anyone behind? And when we talk about digital inclusion, we are referring to the total inclusiveness of everyone when it comes to digital, when it comes to technology. So this year's theme just has given everyone some level of energy to keep pushing to make sure that we leave no one behind, especially the girl child. And how do we ensure that we don't leave them behind? Is to ensure that they have the relevant information at their disposal. They have access to information, they have access to technology, they have access to internet, they have access to infrastructure just to make their work easy, regardless of their social economy, regardless of their color, regardless of their location. What we are saying is that everyone should be carried along digitally. And so when we say digital inclusion, we're referring to the effort made to ensure that everyone, regardless of their socioeconomic status, location, culture, beliefs, even their skin color, like I said, or age, have access to effective use of technology, of digital technology, such a way that they such as computers, internet, mobile devices, to enable them contribute and use all of these tools every time they desire it. So imagine us now. You really want to be on live today, but you don't have infrastructure, you don't have assets, you don't have internet, or your internet is not strong enough. You actually will feel that you feel disadvantaged. So that's basically what we are talking about, to ensure that there's digital inclusion in everything we do. So we need to be intentional as teachers. I know some schools are using traditional way of teaching. It can be stressful, but with this, with what we have now, technology will aid and fasten the process for an accurate result. More so is the interface as it is right now. We can't even run away from it. So the earlier we expose our children to technology, the better for all of us, even especially for us as teachers. So this year, international, we are celebrating like 2 international day, or let me say 3 international day, or I think 2. One is on mental health, the other is International Day of the Girl Child. So this week has been a fantastic week where we talk about mental health for all, where we talk about self-care, where we talk about leave no one behind when it comes to mental health. Ensure that you have total well-being. Ensure you give yourself enough care. Ensure you identify someone you can actually pour your heart to. This is also very, very important. So, but we want to quickly look at, why is digital inclusion important? What are the benefits? Number one benefit I see in all of this is access to education. You agree with me that so many educational platforms that has really, really helped, and that is helping our children to learn faster. It's more a little bit friendly. It's easier for them to navigate because some of these children have been given the relevant skills. So we talk about digital literacy. This is where it comes in, where everyone must be carried along. So we will leave no one behind. Because you may have the computer, you may have good network connectivity that is very good, but if you don't know how to navigate your way, it's completely not going to work. It still means that you are vulnerable. To reduce your vulnerability as a girl child, as an individual, you need to also have digital literacy skills. You need to have the knowledge, because we can see now we can't even do anything. Buying and selling are practically done online right now. So the education aspect, people learn. So that in educative material that are very helpful for our for our children to learn and be exposed. We have tutorials, we have courses, we have ebooks that are so resourceful and powerful for the lives of our children. That's one benefit, access to education. So technology really gives access to education. Another benefit is economic opportunities. Digital inclusion enables access to remote work. It gives room for online entrepreneurship, allowing them to earn money anywhere in the world. That can only happen with technology. And bridging the gender gaps. Of course, you can find help. You can find online counselors who can actually provide you support. That also very important. So these are some of the tools and benefits of digital inclusion. So it's really critical and important to use these tools for the benefit of our women, benefit of our girls, for them to embrace technology. Of course, encouraging girls to pursue careers in tech fields like engineering, like computer science, like cybersecurity is very fundamental. We have to be exposing them. We can't begin to say, oh, these skills are for male, or these skills are for not for girls. So we need to expose them, because if you look at the world right now, girls are already vulnerable. They're vulnerable to information, they're not vulnerable to education, they're vulnerable, they're lacking so many things. So we want to start the campaign right now so that we leave no one behind, especially the girl child. So this is the right time where we need to begin to encourage them to pick skills, to pick career in technology. It is very powerful, it's going to reduce poverty, it's going to reduce crime rate. It is also going to reduce girls being abused sexually. And I want to really emphasize this part, because we know we have online bullies that are always bullying them. But if the children are not properly educated about the things they need to put in place when they are accessing technology, I'm still going to talk a little on that. But here is that you can easily pick up your phone and call and say you have been abused, because quite a number of resources, platform, genuine platform that will quickly provide you first aid support, tell you what to do, the hospital you need to quickly go, the police station, because we already have database of some of these people and can quickly get support. So that is also very important. Then empowerment generally, digital inclusion give girls a platform to express themselves. So they share their ideas on a global audience. They meet new people. Their ideas become reality. Dreams become reality. So it's not just for fun. Of course, there are educative material like games that are very educative that will also help our young girls. And through social media, there are quite a number of opportunities out there. But I will also quickly also talk about the dangers, the security aspects of children not really being empowered to face the digital world. Because if you are not empowered to face the digital world, you are going to make a lot of mistakes. For example, children under 18 are not supposed to be on social media without adult guidance, without their parents being involved. They are not supposed to create an account without their parent involvement. So their parents need to be involved. They need to create strong password, at least 12 digits, 12 character with symbols, with uppercase. Just make the password a little bit strong for it not to be hacked. And it's not all links you accept. You see some link can just pump up on your screen. You don't click on them, because sometimes the materials can be corrupt, can be they can be materials that are already not good for their age, like pornographic material can just pump up, because you understand what bullies are doing online. So these are some of the safety guides that we're also providing for parents, for teachers to also use this medium to educate our girls. And like I said earlier, we are celebrating three important days, three important celebrations, not only Mental Health Day, International Day of the Girl Child, of course, Teachers' Day. These are the three important days that we are celebrating for this month of October. So I using this avenue to talk to parents, to talk to teachers. We want our children to own digital space, but they also need to be guided. We also need to be finding out what our children, what are they doing online? What kind of activities are they involved in? So it's not enough for us to just give them these smart devices because we are too busy or we want to use that to buy time. But it is very, very important to really know what our children are really involved in. So celebrating these days, International Day of Girl Child, International Day of Mental Health, of course, Teachers Day. So it's just a collective way to educate the public, to tell our teachers well done for the work they are doing, and to also empower them with all the necessary information they need to keep educating our children in school. Please, digital inclusion is deep, is necessary. It will reduce poverty, it will reduce criminality. A lot of progress will happen. Job opportunities has been created through digital space. So it will create more jobs. So that is one area I know will really benefit our children. Some people will say, oh, AI is taking over the job. The truth is, hey, the AI we are talking about, are there not people who are implementing them? So if you cannot even use it also means that you're also going to be behind. You are going to be left behind. So we are using this to advocate for everyone who is listening to us at Genius Hub. Part of what we do here is to really, really educate and empower you as an individual to be able to educate those around you, especially our teachers, our parents, so that our children will not make any mistake. Of course, another thing we will also look at for one of the importance of digital inclusion is that it promotes mental health. We can't even promote mental health and well-being. And because one, you can play digital games and your nerves are relaxed. You can have interaction. There's social network, there's social media like Facebook, Instagram, where you interact with friends and can reconnect with friends and families. No, these are some of the things I really want us to look at. So the role of society in digital inclusion, number one, is to ensure that there's total inclusiveness in everything they do, from academics to workspace to career choice. We should ensure we support our girls to begin to pick career in this area and prepare them for life skills. And like I always say, you can't even be in this space and not have the relevant life skills. So we also need to emphasize that part to our children. Another area I would also like to talk again is one of the advantages that this the digital inclusion does is that it gives rooms to encourage open communication, like what we are doing now. We don't have restriction. We are educating the public. We are educating ourselves. We are learning from one another. That's some of the benefits. Then we also practice affirmation with our girls. We need to consistently practice this affirmation with our girls, because these are affirmation they will practice every day, and over time it becomes part of them, it becomes part of their growth, and before you know it, they live their life. So we always tell our girl that to say that they are beautiful, they are powerful, they are empowered to change the world. So they have the right access to technology and use it for the advancement. We always say that they have capacity of learning anything they set their mind to. We also say that they are valuable member of their community. It means that they will contribute and their voice their voice matters. So these are some of the affirmation, and they have resilient spirit and they are determined. All of these affirmation are affirmation that we really, really help them realize their potentials. So they can use technology to make the difference, to contribute and add their values. So these are some of the areas that we actually also work with our girls in our various school club, in our workspace here, because of course we have young people working in and out of our hub. So at Junior Stop Hub, that's part of what we do, and that is part of the affirmation we say to our girls all the time. So thank you very much for creating quality time to join us, talk about issues that affect the community, that affect our girls. And we are very happy that we have our teachers who have been part of what we do for a very long time. Honestly, we do not take your time for granted at all. We appreciate your energy. We appreciate your commitment. We appreciate your determination. And we love everything you do just because you want to make sure no one is left behind. So we want to beg you that no one is, that you try your best to make sure that we leave no one behind when it comes to technology. We leave no one behind when it comes to mental health. We want to make sure that we continue to advocate for this. Our children need us. We also need them. So we need to create an environment that is conducive for them to express themselves without holding back. So I want to say well done. And well done to all of us at Junior Sub. Well done for the kind of work we do here. So it's not just to talk here to say make money, make money. If you make money and your mental health is not stable, that money will be in vain, which is why we spend quality time to create awareness on mental health. And we can't be in a society where our guests are not left behind. The world is moving forward. So our children need to also move forward, especially the girl child. So we need to be intentional about their growth in technology. We have seen the benefit. The benefits are countless. Number one benefit I mentioned that is very relevant for all of us is access to education. It exposes our mind. So we can't run away from this anymore. The earlier we understand the power of exposing them to technology, I understand that a lot of parents are worried about bullying, about the kind of negative influence online. But do you know, if you don't start engaging them positively at this age, they may become a victim. So in order to avoid them becoming a victim of bullies, or victim of sexual and gender-based violence, or victims of trafficking in person. So all of these vices are all everywhere, whether it's physical, whether they're online, they're all everywhere. Traffickers are everywhere. Abusers are everywhere. So, but giving them the right information, exposing them to the right information, to tools that will help them navigate is what matters. So the earlier we expose them to these tools, the better for everyone. So I want to say thank you for everyone who have created time to always support us when we come online, when we come live. I want to say thank you. So the powerful team behind all of this that you see, I want to say thank you to Junior Sub team. Our work is to continue to advocate for MSME community, personal development, capacity building for all, and continue to create awareness is what we are interested in. Don't forget to follow us on our various social media platforms. Don't forget to visit our website. Don't forget to visit us in any of our locations. If you are in Benin City, you can visit us, Uromi, Auchi, Lagos, Kano. We are all available to attend to you. So this year team again, it said digital generation, our generation. So the theme for this year, it just makes so much sense because we're talking about digital generation. It means that imagine everyone we're all digital. Everything about us is technology. See the speed of growth. See the kind of solutions our intelligent youth will be bringing forward. They've started doing that already, and that is generating massive employment, and that is reducing poverty in homes, and that is just the truth about this. So the earlier we begin to bring in our children into digital space, the better for everyone. So thank you so much. If you have any question, we can take some questions before we call it off for today. Thank you so much again. So I'll hand over to our CEO. So our addresses are on the screen. Don't forget to follow us. Follow us. Like we said, we are Human Capital Development Organization. You want to learn, you are confused about what you really want. I want to guarantee you, we have clarity coach in Junior Sub. At Junior Sub, we have clarity coach who will sit down with you, hear you out, he expose you to life skills and make you develop a personal mission statement that will eventually will help you. So much noise. Our teachers are in school, so we have children making all the noise. It's okay. But please, can you mute your
Thank you, ma.
microphone? Can you mute your microphone so that the noise can be minimized? Okay. So you can walk into any of our centers. We offer digital skills from coding to UI/UX. Just name it. So walking, we offer all of those skills. You know, you have an idea, you're looking for a place for incubation, for acceleration, come to Juniors Hub. We will help you. There are a lot of investors out there writing to us, meeting with us. They want to invest, but they're looking for the right startup to invest in. So we are available for such conversation. Or you are that MSME who want to stay and grow, reach out to us. We can be of assistance to you. Or you have issue bothering your mental health. We have professional counselors in Juniors Hub that can calmly listen and provide you counseling and providing full psychosocial support. Honestly, it is one area that I personally am super proud of. You know, so take advantage of this opportunity and you would not regret that. So follow us on our various social media platforms where we keep sharing more opportunities. So we're going to be online. We're going to come live very soon again, where we also discuss issues that are also very important to our lives. Okay. You can take in Obey now.
Thank you.
Obey, go ahead.
Thank you so much. You will agree with me that this has been a very rich session where we moved from Teachers' Day celebration to mental health, and we are beautifully wrapping with International Day of the Girl Child, which actually spoke to both the Teachers' Day and the Mental Health Day. And I'm so happy that it is with the aid of technology that we are doing this our webinar. So it's like we are practicalizing what we are saying. We are not lying about it. This is what we are saying, and this is what is happening. So we want to say thank you. Despite your very tight schedule, we see that you were still in school. You joined us.
So I want to leave one last word there.
So we will just wrap with our CIO, Isimeme White, leaving a last word with us.
Okay. I want to say digital inclusion is not just about access to technology. It's about committing ourselves to making sure that all girls have access to the opportunities in digital space or in digital world. It is their right. It is essential for their future success. I need to reemphasize that. It is their right. It is essential for their future success. So don't deny them of this. Thank you.
Thank you, ma.
Thank you.
We appreciate. Thank you. We appreciate.
Thank you so much,
Well
Mrs. Thomas.
articulated,
Thank you.
Well said.
Mr. Obano, thank you.
You are welcome, ma. Welcome, ma. So thank you. We appreciate whatever you are doing. And from my end, we will go back to our various schools and do better and better, courtesy of this online enlightenment and teaching, especially from the junior hall, because you people have been doing marvelously well. So this is one of NGO that, believe you me, I keep speaking about them to my students if not possible, every opportunity I have with my students, I tell them about junior hall. And many of them, almost of them are calling for your coming around again, because they can still remember the last time you came around talking about trafficking and the so they are still calling if probably something like that can, or similar something like that can happen during this time or in the nearest future.
No, it's
So
free.
we
It's
appreciate you. Thank you.
come.
Okay.
We'll
We
try
thank
our
you.
best to be everywhere, but we will. We'll visit the student again.
Thank you.
And this time
Okay.
around, we are not coming in our regular way. We'll come with the kind of opportunity that will help their growth academically.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Have a lovely, lovely, lovely evening. Bye.
Today is World Mental Health Day, and the theme for this year is Mental Health is a Universal Human Right.
It is your right to have access to mental care.
My mental health is my right and my responsibility. There is no health without mental health. Mental well-being is a choice.
Well-being is the most dimensional construct that involves not just being in a good mood, feeling happy, or having a positive emotion.
In addition to positive emotions, well-being is achieved through an optimal and meaningful life and having basic satisfaction of human needs.
A healthy mind is the greatest treasure.
Taking a positive step today will help you lead a better tomorrow. Your mental health is as important as your physical health. Guide it jealously.
Mental well-being affects people of all ages and backgrounds, regardless of whether you are going through stable or unstable mental conditions.
Let's break the stigma and embrace the importance of mental well-being.
Mental health is an integral part of our health and well-being, and yet it's been neglected in these parts of the world. Speak up, seek professional help. We have a community that cares.
We urge you to take care of your mental health, have fun, play music, dance, watch movie, and above all, know the law that guides your mental health well-being.
At Genius Hub, we have incorporated mental health and psychosocial support training into our life management skills training, which is compulsory for all beneficiaries of Genius Hub.
At Genius Hub, we prioritize the mental health of our staffs and beneficiary by using various assessment tools like the app-based intervention, patient's health questionnaire, that's the PHQ-9, and different other assessment tools. And now, let's take the pledge together. I pledge to prioritize my mental well-being and the mental well-being of those around me. I commit to seeking help and support and reducing stigma and open conversation on the issues of mental health. I promise to practice self-care, mindfulness, and resilience in the face of life challenges. And I pledge to educate myself and others about mental health in my community. This message is brought to you by Genius Hub.